everybody. For those of you who are tuning in live, extra, thank you for being here. And regardless of when you are able to tune in, I am really grateful for your time. And my name is Jessie Junko Beardsley. I'm coming to you live from my home-based studio where I operate Themis and Thread, which is an ethical apparel business, and that's why it looks like I'm in a closet. I actually have my laptop on the table that is where I do all of my pressing and pattern drafting. So this is my little home-based studio, and tonight I just wanted to get on here and share with you guys some things that are really important to me, and I think that deep down they're really important to a lot of other people too. This is my first YouTube live event where I have welcomed people and let them know when I'm going live. Most of my YouTube videos are live, but they're usually just like spur of the moment. I'm going to just put something out there, and this one was a little bit more organized. So again, thanks for all of you who are tuning in live. I see my friend Jamie Hazard's out there and saying hi. At any point, if you have any questions or you want to leave any comments or share any thoughts with me, I would love to see that. You can do so in the comments. And whether I see them live or not, I will definitely come back and check. And I would love to see them whenever you are watching this video. So we're calling this Pamper, Passion, Purpose. And basically, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about self-care, making meaningful connections with other women, and in general, other people. But I am somebody who cares deeply about other women, and my businesses have kind of manifested that desire to make meaningful connections. And, the purpose portion will be a little bit about heart-based business in general. So my name's Jessie, I said, and I mentioned my business, Themis and Thread. We're a small ethical apparel business. Kind of our crowning achievement has been winning the People and Planet Award from Green America. We are a Green America certified business. And I was raised in the Finger Lakes. I was raised on a farm. I love that, like, the hard work ethics that were kind of instilled through that lifestyle. And I've always, tried to stay close to that. I've worked a lot of different jobs in a lot of different industries. I've hustled really hard, and I have gotten to a point in my life where I am trying to share that work can be fun and rewarding without it being physically like painful and emotionally difficult. Jamie, thank you for your kind comment about my top. This is secondhand. One of the things that I'm going to talk about tonight is how important I think fashion is. I think that that's something that women are ready to reclaim as being important. I don't think that fashion is frivolous. I think that it is an important part of our identity, and I think that it is important for women to reclaim our image. And this is definitely going to be focused on female identifying folk, but I think that a lot of men can relate to a lot of things that I'm going to be sharing about tonight also. So I am coming to you live from the Finger Lakes region of New York State, which is a rural central New York State area. This is wine country. My family owns a winery called Roster Ranch Vineyards, and it's a really special place. And any of us who are lucky enough to be in the Finger Lakes usually really recognize how beautiful and special a place this is. So the business Themis and Thread has been a really important part of my personal growth and my life. And it also has like opened me up to other ideas about sustainability and style. And combining those two things has been a pretty important part of my life. I think that recognizing um, the connections between our personal style and how we interact in the world is really important. And um, Themis and Thread turned 5 years old, and I threw kind of a birthday party for the brand. And at that point, I was trying to make it an experiential event. I did it at another business that I co-own with my best friend that's called Hector Handmade, which is a gift shop that features only locally made gifts and art from within 30 miles of Hector, New York. And I was trying to feature some complementary businesses to my fashion business. And I have lots of friends that make really incredible products that are safe and natural, like Jamie Hazard, who's tuned in with her business, Sweet Bees Groceries. My friend Darcy Black at Sacred Seedlings, my friend Valerie Bond at Akenna High, and Silk Naturals in Trumansburg, and Waxing Moon Aromatics in the Ithaca area are all businesses that relate to beauty and wellness. They're all creating products that are safe for us and our environment, much like the fashion that I try to focus on. So I had this birthday party for my business, and we had beauty bars set up. And that's when I really started making the connection between personal style and fashion and the better beauty industry, not just the conventional beauty. And, that felt like a really poignant moment for me personally. And interestingly enough, that year, right at the end of it, I discovered a business called Beauty Counter. And I realized that this could be scalable. This business could be a big business. And I had been searching and searching for a safer eyeliner, which I couldn't find. I had found safer mascaras, safer eyeshadows, but I hadn't found a safer eyeliner. And when I discovered Beauty Counter, I saw that they had some eyeliners. And Beauty Counter has something that's called the Never List. And there's an ever-growing list of ingredients that will never be included in Beauty Counter products because they've been deemed unsafe for humans and the environment. And this list is at over 1,800 ingredients right now. So I started digging into this business after I saw some products that I really liked. And I learned that their mission was to get safer products into the hands of everybody, not just Beauty Counter products. And that was something that sang directly to my heart. And I learned that education and advocacy were really at the core of these businesses also, this business also. And that felt really important. I'm always looking, I hate problems without solutions, but once I found that solution, how do we share that solution with other people? That felt to be a key piece that I was missing in my business. And I just kind of fell in love with their business model and decided to join Beauty Counter as a consultant. So I added Beauty Counter to Themis and Threads business offerings, and they felt really perfectly aligned. And over the past couple of years, I've been really, really amazed to find out how many different ways Beauty Counter has helped my business, Themis and Thread, and helped me personally. Some people in the business kind of joke that this is personal development with a paycheck. And there's definitely a lot to be said for that. There is a paycheck, and there's something about this that kind of forces you to dig a little bit deeper. And On surface, yes, we're selling products. On surface, yes, we're talking about skincare and personal care products and makeup. But those are such important things. And, the products themselves being safe for us and our environment and our families is just such a relief. And talking about just, um, you know, it's not, it doesn't mean that like self-care doesn't have to be a bubble bath. It can be a glass of wine. It can be remembering to drink water. It can be remembering to take your vitamins. It can be eating healthy. It can be treating yourself to something special. Um, I'm going to tell you guys a little story. And I don't know that it's a story that I've ever really told. I think that I've told bits and pieces of it. But when I turned 30, there was a moment that I remembered actually, literally, finally falling in love with myself. And it was in the shower. And this is not a masturbation self-love story, but that is totally a healthy and perfectly normal and wonderful type of self-love and self-acceptance and self-appreciation. But I was in the shower, and I have always had this thing about feet that I didn't really like feet at all. I hated feet. I hated my feet. I hated other people's feet. I just like was an anti-foot person like my whole life. And I'm in the shower somewhere near my 30th birthday, and I'm washing my feet. And I realize these feet have taken me everywhere I've ever been. In high school, I was a competitive runner, and I really beat my feet up. My arches dropped. I spent a lot of time on my feet. I worked in restaurants and managed restaurants. I've worked some really physical jobs, and those feet have taken me everywhere that I've ever been. And as I was in the shower, I realized like how unfair I had been to my feet. And then I started thinking about the other parts of my body. And I just had this moment of blissfully feeling gratitude for every body part. And, I still struggle with low self-esteem, and I'm still a self-conscious person. I struggle with social anxiety, and I have all of the issues that we all have, but I still love myself. And that was kind of a tipping point where I recognized value and respect in myself and in my whole self. And it's something that I'm not telling you the story to brag or whatever. It just really feels to me to be the most important relationship that any of us can have is the relationship that we have with ourselves. And, that moment of me falling in love with myself kind of like brought that into focus. And I could really recognize the moment of acceptance. And I think that self-care is part of that. And I think that radical self-love is part of that. And I think that you deserve that. And I think that you have that ability. And, it's like it is in you. And self-care can look all of these different ways and feel all of these different ways. And they're all right. Like whatever it is that feels like self-care to you is perfect. And, I really think of self-care as that like, the warning on the airplane, like if something terrible happens and the oxygen mask drops down, you need to put the oxygen mask on yourself before you can help anybody else. You need to take care of yourself so that when somebody else needs your help, you can support them. When your cup's already full, you can help fill others. And, just recognizing and loving and respecting yourself is like the very first and most vital step to that. And I think that as women, we overlook that a lot. And we sometimes make self-care look like something that is for somebody else, you know, like performative self-care or dressing up for somebody else. I'm a huge fan of dressing up for yourself. And I also know that dressing up isn't necessarily something that makes everybody feel good. But if it makes you feel good, it's definitely something that I think that you should do. So, like I said, self-care has all of these different, many, many different faces. And personal care also does. You know, you can do it for your boss, you can do it for your family, you can do it for your partner. But when you do it for yourself, that's when it, like, you really get into the magic making zone. Um, I do think that the small and seemingly insignificant moments of that are really special. You know, you can feel like you're in a meditative state when you're doing the dishes. You can really just zen out. I love just being out in nature. And I would love to hear any of the ways that you guys connect to yourself and any of the ways that you guys really find that self-care really, like, when you can like feel it like topping off your battery. um, and there are big events that kind of do it sometimes, but those everyday moments are really important too. And I did want to share some of my personal favorite ways to take care of myself with beauty counter products. That just like everyday ritual is really such an opportunity to slow down and gift yourself a little bit of time. We have skincare regimens that are really, really beautifully performing, and they don't hurt anybody in the process, which is just like, you know, it's totally guilt-free. The skincare regimen that I use is called Counter Control. I've struggled with acne, and this is kind of geared towards acne-prone skin. And anything that we have like a full collection of, there's 4 steps. You want to cleanse, prep, treat, and protect. So this is a Counter Control clear pore cleanser. That would be the cleanse step. And the prep step is our toner. The treatment step is an all-over acne treatment. And then there is an on-the-spot acne treatment. And the protect step is always a moisturizer. This is our matte effect gel cream. So this full collection is a really great way to just like give yourself 10 minutes, you know, like you deserve 10 minutes to friggin' wash your face and relax. And also, I totally understand that like not everybody has that desire. So if you're more of like a no fuss, just wash and moisturize kind of a gal, our Counter Start face wash, it's a cream wash and a moisturizer. This is organic coconut oil, really just wonderful for all skin types. So I hear people sometimes say that they don't have time for that. And I feel like we all have the same amount of time. And the time for that is really just minimal. If you just give yourself like a couple of extra breaths and a couple of extra moments, it's really just so worth it. You deserve it. Just like slowing down. But we all just hop in the shower and have a regular day anyways. So even if that isn't something that would be a part of your life, when you're using products that are better for you and the planet, I feel like there's a shift. I feel like you just have this idea that you're doing good for more than just you. And sometimes you need to feel like it's more than just for you. And I understand like feeling guilty about it sometimes. So like knowing that it's helping or at least not hurting, you know? These are our shampoo and conditioners. These are really big containers. They work great. They last forever. We have a couple of really nice soaps, and I highly recommend our charcoal bar like nice detoxifier, gentle. We also have a wonderful shave cream. This is our Counterman shave cream. My husband and I share that. And we also share the our brand new Clean Deo aluminum-free deodorant that is also refillable and recyclable. These are all products that, you use every day. We have sunscreen, we have body lotion, we have all of these products that, again, just like good for you, good for the planet, good for everybody. I want to just run you guys through a couple of my favorite like facial products. I know that when we think about this kind of like superficial self-care conversation, you have like visions of fancy bubble baths with petals and maybe like fizzy colored bath bombs and like a facial and the whole shebang. And if that's your jam, that's awesome. We have some really incredible skincare products. And there's a specific facial that I like to do every once in a while. And I will use our Counter Time cleansing oil. As I mentioned, I have struggled with acne and have oily skin. And an oil cleanser actually works really good to help draw out oils and impurities. So I use this first, and then I use some salicylic acid, which would be that on the spot treatment, and let that set my skin for like 15 minutes. And then I give myself a charcoal face mask with this beautiful balancing charcoal facial. This is such an incredible product. I love, 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 love this. And then that's such a great facial. And if I have some extra time, I will use one of our facial oils. This is our #1 balancing facial oil, to add a little bit of moisture after I've done all of that. We also have this lovely product called the Lotus Glow Cleansing Balm, which is like totally a magical product. It comes in this big, beautiful jar. Has a very nice scent. Everything that we use is fragrance free, because fragrance is an ingredient that doesn't mean anything. That is actually just like a loophole that you can put any kind of crap in a product that you want. So it's fragrance free, but it has a really lovely scent. And the cleansing balm works great as a face wash. It works great as a makeup remover. It works great as an overnight treatment or like a 15-20 minute mask. It's super hydrating and nourishing. And it actually treats like eczema and rosacea and all sorts of other skincare or skin concerns. And this guy right here is a real superstar. This is our All Bright Vitamin C Serum. This product is wonderful. It really helps to clear and brighten and even your tone. I was blown away by how quickly that product started working, and have been using it ever since. It's a really lovely product for all skin types. And one more product line that I just want to share with you guys before we dig into the rest is it's actually a collection that's called Flawless in 5. And Flawless in 5 is a collection of 6 products that you can apply in 5 minutes or less. And they're all makeup products for a flawless finish. I have literally been at my best friend's house for most of the day, helping them demo their garage. And I came home at 7 to wash my face and put on some makeup and set up my computer and get ready to do this. And I didn't have much time and I didn't take much time. So I just pulled out my Flawless in 5 collection, which is a foundation. This is called Skin Twin. We have tons of shades. This is a really great lightweight foundation. And our creamy concealer, which has avocado oil, and it is a really wonderful complement to the Skin Twin. There is a blush. We have lots of different shades of blush. All of our packaging is sustainable and recyclable. And with this collection, you also get either an eyebrow pencil or a brow gel. And tonight I used my dark brow gel, which I love. And you get a mascara. We have both volumizing and lengthening. I usually wear lengthening. Again, like anything that's so close to your eye feels like a really important product to have something really clean for. And then our Beyond Gloss comes with that Flawless in 5 collection. So that's just, it's like a really great little collection of products. And anytime Beauty Counter has a collection of products, they come with built-in savings. So our skincare regimens, if you buy the whole collection, that comes with built-in savings. Flawless in 5, the whole collection comes with built-in savings. So if you happen to be interested in Beauty Counter products and you have a consultant or I'm your consultant, please just like reach out to whoever your consultant is and ask about placing an order. Beauty Counter, of course, is like we call them our, like, they're like our little agents for change, our products. And our product line is beautiful, but really what it is an opportunity to have a conversation and to start a conversation. I have for a very long time been really passionate about helping women feel good, helping women feel better, helping women feel connected and seen. And Beauty Counter really helps me do that. These conversations that like come from these products can be some of the most like beautiful and incredible and exciting conversations. I've seen so many people just open up and shine, and really like just, I've been somebody who's been just dying for a actual like important conversation. I hate small talk. I hate sitting in a bar and not like knowing what to say to somebody. I hate that feeling of just like knowing that there's something inside of this other human that like I can connect with, but not like knowing how to draw it out. And actually having conversations about Beauty Counter and about skincare products and about makeup products has really like helped me find ways to have those conversations. It's actually like really magical. I don't know if any of you have ever ended up having just a really just amazing conversation about that was like started because you were talking about a pair of earrings or somebody's shoes or their hair, or I think that women have like a real unique innate ability to do that, and I think that that's really special, and I think that it's really, really important. I also think that wine and water are really important. So just making those connections. We talk a lot about sharing information, talking about like sharing like sometimes icky information, recognizing that women of color are exposed to more chemicals than any other humans on the planet. And a lot of that comes down to their personal care and how racism and sexism and all of these just really complicated issues combine. It's these female fueled and female facing industries are in a really unique position to be able to heal, to be able to heal each other, to be able to heal the world. If everybody who was buying soap and makeup decided that they were going to switch to safer products overnight, enormous changes would be happening. And it's not everybody and it's not overnight, but there are enormous changes happening. And it's really been such a pleasure to see it happen both within the personal care industry and the fashion industry. I think that the fashion industry is a little bit further behind on it, but it's also like a little bit more of a difficult conversation. You know, when you put something on your skin, our skin is our largest organ, and what we put on it actually absorbs into our bloodstream. So that's definitely like a higher priority than being concerned about wearing synthetic fibers on your skin. But that's something that's touching you all day, every day. And women, we just feel sometimes we feel this pressure to have these things on our bodies. And, you know, talking about the Flawless in Five collection, sure, it's a makeup collection, but it's also part of a transformative experience. You know, when you put your makeup on, I definitely don't do it every day, but when I'm putting makeup on, I'm giving myself time and I'm thinking about what I'm stepping into next. You know, I have a very clear intention when I'm putting makeup on, usually. It's not usually just because I put makeup on every day. It's usually because I'm going to be seen and I want to present myself in a certain way. And that's really super valuable. And just to have these businesses like Beauty Counter value our conversations is so exciting to me. You know, like there's somebody who thinks that it's important for women to talk about these things. And Beauty Counter is a direct to consumer sales model. And you can shop from the Beauty Counter website anytime. But it is also run by independent consultants like myself. And independent consultants are in a position to educate our friends and neighbors and families. And some of the big talking points that we share are that there hasn't been one single federal law passed in the past, like since 1938, to help protect the personal care industry. And that's just disturbing and shocking and kind of embarrassing. It's really just time that we do something about that. And our government isn't doing anything about it, but businesses like Beauty Counter are. And Beauty Counter is a certified B corporation, which means that we have a triple bottom line, and people, planet, and profits are all equally important. And being a certified B corporation is a complicated certification to acquire, and you definitely need to fulfill a lot of sustainability standards. And it says a lot when you find somebody that is part of a certified B corporation, and that seems like something that's really special and unique, and I appreciate a lot. There are four main ways that you can join the Better Beauty movement with Beauty Counter, and one of them is by being a client. One of them is by hosting a pop-up that would be similar to something like this. You could do just like a half-hour chat or a group where you get your friends together. We used to do in-person gatherings that were really fun, and everybody could try the products, but we're still not quite ready to get back into that saddle. Another way to join is to become a member. And our membership program is just a perks program, and it's a really great program. You can get some free products, you can get some discounts, and either I or your consultant would love to share more with you about that. And the fourth way is to become a Beauty Counter consultant like me. And right now, you can do that without paying any enrollment if you choose to purchase a starter set. And a starter set is just a collection of products at a really, really great discount. Nobody gets a better discount than enrolling consultants. So that is actually wrapping up on February 28th, 2021. If you're watching this after today, just know that that is a limited time offer, and it's a really, really great one. So I've run a solopreneur online fashion business I have a brick and mortar business that is a partnership. Um, and I now have my beauty counter business, and my beauty counter business has an incredible network that comes with it. And it is a really supportive space. And it's also like such a flexible business. Like you can get all the support in the world if you want it, or you can go it your own way and do your own thing. Um, I've never seen a business model so disruptive and modern and exciting. Um, and I love kind of like nerding out to the different business opportunities that there are out there. And like I said, I've done it a few different ways for my own businesses, and I've worked for a lot of other businesses. And I've been trying really hard this past year to um, kind of amend my relationship with money. And beauty counters really helped me realize that you can have a job that does good in the world, that makes money for you, that isn't super hard. You know, you can have fun and make money. And that's, I don't know, that felt like kind of a groundbreaking realization to me. Um, and I would love to share that with the world. I think that it's something that women in particular really deserve to know and feel and hear and see and experience for themselves. And I think that women are like ready to step up and start making those higher dollars and start just accepting our power. And I think that your personal style and your personal care and your self care and your self love is all a big, beautiful part of that process. And if you would like to continue this conversation with me, I have a couple of Facebook groups where I really love digging into the conversation. All of you in here with me this evening, I'm going to send you an invitation to a private Facebook group that's called Gals and Goals. And this is a group that is just for people who have attended an in-person Gals and Goals event with Themis and Thread. So we're going to consider this an in-person event. And Gals and Goals is really about just like the mindset and the connecting and the feminine energy and leadership. But I also have Facebook groups that focus on fashion and personal care. So if you'd like to, those groups are completely open to anybody who's watching, not just those who have tuned in live this evening, but the group that is based on personal care is called Beauty Justice on Facebook. And they're both linked to my business, Themis and Thread. So if you see Themis and Thread on Facebook, you can find these groups. And the group that's based on fashion, we do something that's called Formal Friday that we've been practicing since the pandemic started. The Facebook group for Themis and Thread's fashion group is called Community Supported Fashion. So I would love to see you in Community Supported Fashion, Beauty Justice, or Gals and Goals. And I would love for you guys to leave any other words or questions or comments in the comment section here for the live chat. And I'm going to hang out just for an extra minute and have another sip of my wine and wait and see if you guys have any questions about anything at all. My fashion business is also like looking to collaborate and diversify. And if you happen to be a Finger Lakes maker, Hector Handmade will be reopening in the springtime, and we'll be looking for new artists to feature in the shop. So like I said, I'm going to hang out for another minute and have a couple of sips of my wine and wait and see if any of you guys have any questions or comments to come through. I'm actually drinking some delicious box wine that just came from Red Feet. Well, if anybody does end up posting a question, or a comment. I will get back to you. I do see the love that you guys have shared with me in the comments already. I love all of you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, you guys. See you soon.